for these information, and it's hard to find sometimes because people not giving you the details. They just spread it out and you got to figure it out. But let's say you want to invest as an investor. You might have the funds like that. You might have a few dollars, but you want to invest in something. You want to invest in you might see a house, a property that need fixing. And you look at it, you like where it's located, you like the yard, you like everything about the property. But the property, the house itself need work. But you only looking at what you like about the place. You're not looking into how much money it costs to fix this property. You see? So sometimes these are things you need to know. You need to talk to people and find out these information. All right? The next thing again, you could invest in a house, a abandoned house, an older house. Not even an abandoned house, an older house. Livable. Have electricity, have gas, have water. And you looking at it as, oh, wow, the house have light, it have water, and it have gas. This is a good buy for me. Yes, it could be a good buy. Could be a perfect buy for you. But at the same time, this same property could have roof problem, could have foundation problem, could have a lot of different problems. Because remember, it's an older house. So if you want to buy an older house, 50 years old, 60, 80, 90 years old, you got to understand that this is an old house and it could have a lot of problems. And to bring back these problems sometimes cause a lot of money. Sometimes to fix certain problem cause thousands of dollars. So what I will recommend if you want to buy an old house, even though you like the house, you love the location, you love everything about the property, but you got to remember, you ain't have the finance like that, so you ain't got time. You're looking for somewhere that you could just live, you and your family, and just continue living. So you want to make sure it's best you invest a few dollars, a few $100 into an inspector. You get an inspector to inspect the whole house. It's best you invest a few $100 than to go in blind. So now you can invest a few dollars into an investor, into an inspector. What the inspector gonna do? The inspector gonna check the whole house. They're gonna check the roof. They're gonna check the foundation. They're gonna check the sides. They're gonna check the electricity, because sometimes you have old electricity for 50, 60 years that you might just need an upgrade with your electricity. So you need you will check your electricity, your plumbing. You might have a plumbing situation. These old pipe can be leaking. And by leaking, you might have to dig up your yard to rerun new pipes, new sewer pipe. You might have to dig up to run new water line. So all these things you got to put into consideration. Hi, John Shoot 67. How you doing? Okay. Is there a minimum you should have saved to invest in real estate. The honest truth, James Jones truth, I don't really think there's a minimum. What I do think sometimes it depends on what you want. What you want. But I say a couple $1,000 because it depends on what you want to invest into in real estate. You might want to invest in a piece of land. There's places you could get a piece of land for $3,000-4,000 and more. So I say a couple $1,000 is a good place to start investing in real estate. If you're starting from the bottom. Yeah. Let me say $4,000-5,000. You might even get piece for less. Certain place you could get an acre land for $1,500. You see, so it's not really. I just say $5,000, $5,000. I just put it there. I don't know if that's helped. That's answer your question. But yes, guys, when you investing in all property, these you got to remember, especially if you investing into it as a home for you to live into, like you buying the property to move into. I need this for me and my family. So you want to buy the property. I will always say invest a few dollars in an inspector, because the inspector gonna give you a more understanding of the condition. Sometimes you have foundation problem. Sometimes the foundation is cracked. Sometimes certain houses have basement, and sometimes the foundation is cracked. But you might never see that there's the foundation is cracked. And listen to me, foundation is very expensive to fix because they already know that this is what holding up the house. The foundation is what holding up the house. So because of that, it's pretty expensive. So you want to make sure your foundation is good. You want to make sure your roof is good. You want to make sure the plumbing situation is good. You want to make sure the electrical is good. Or, in most cases, sometimes you will have to upgrade the plumbing, bring them to code. You might have to upload the electricity, even your AC, your heating, you might have to upgrade them. So all these things you got to put into consideration when you buy an old house, especially if you wanted to move into. If it's an investment house, it's different because maybe you could just close it up and just maintain the yard, keep the yard clean, make sure, you know what I mean, you have it looking pretty good from outside, and it could be there for once you have the yard clean and everything, they're not gonna be messing with you. But if you have it in the yard in bad condition, yes, they're gonna be up on you. So these things is very important. Investing is always something you should always sit down and decide what you want, what you invest in for. Is it for an investment or is for you yourself? Okay?